Welcome back. We got a new letter from Grace. Let's see what she wrote this time.
Gabriel, I've been busy on this case, and it's starting to pay off. Thought I'd fill you in. There's definitely something going on with Ludwig II. I'm pretty sure he was involved with a werewolf. In fact, he was probably turned into one himself. Anyway, something happened to him on this hunting trip, and afterwards he fits the profile in the lore book to a T. It's really fascinating. There's an American couple here, the Smiths. They're from Pennsylvania, if you can believe it. Mrs. Smith has been telling me all about your fortune, and she's sure you're tied in with Ludwig somehow. She also told me to warn you to beware the Black Wolf. Have you learned anything about that yet? So don't tell me where you're staying, as if I care. Really, we're supposed to be a team, Gabriel. I'm holding up my end. I've about done all I can down here, and if you want, I can join you there soon. Perhaps I'll see something I recognize from my research. I'm serious. Grace.
Christ, she's losing it. Ludwig II, a werewolf. Yeah, right.
Now, on the one hand, I want to say that Gabriel really should take Grace a bit more seriously. On the other hand, based on solely this description, I probably wouldn't believe her either. After all, Gabriel hasn't seen any of the evidence that Grace has seen. And this time she didn't send any of it along. So can we really blame Gabriel for being a skeptic? Well, I suppose we can, if we really want to. Let's ask Ubergrau about the missing persons case that we asked him to look into yesterday.
Have any luck with that missing person search?
Oh, of course, I forgot. Frau Hogel dropped off something this morning. Yes, there are two forest areas where missing persons incidents are concerned. The Nationalpark Bayerischer Wald and the Naturpark Schwäbisch-Fränkischer Wald. Frau Hogel checked both these areas back 10 years. Between 1960 and 1969, there were only 1 to 2 cases a year in the Bavarian National Forest area. Between 1970 and 1990, there were 10 to 12 cases each year. Oh. In 1991, it went up to 17, then went back down to 12 in 92 and 93. The Schwäbisch-Fränkischer Waldfigures are similar.
Curious.
Does something ring a bell?
If it does, I should be able to hear it loud and clear. I'm leaving this afternoon for the Bavarian National Forest.
Indeed, this seems too much to be a coincidence. After all, not only are those two locations connected to the hunting club, 1970 is the date that von Glower refounded the hunting club in its current form. I believe Zeber told us before. So that certainly does not bode well. I guess we need to be on our guard when we go on that trip. Now let's see if Ubergrau can help us with that tape. Let's hope there's not anything too incriminating on it, because otherwise if he hears it, he might be worried about what we're trying to do here. But it's not as if we have any choice.
Can I bother you for another favor? I need something translated, and I need somebody I can trust to do it.
And you're asking me? You obviously don't know German lawyers.
Harry, you're such a kidder. Okay. Here it is.
Wir müssen miteinander reden.
We should talk?
Nein.
No?
Es ist meine Karriere, verdammt noch einmal. Vielleicht sogar mehr, wenn die...
His career is in danger even if the police...
Ich habe Ihnen doch gesagt, nicht darüber zu sprechen.
I told you not to speak of it.
Aber ich denke mir, dass die Polizei bereits weiß, dass unsere Wölfe nichts damit zu tun haben. Die können einen Test machen an den Körpern.
The police must know that our wolves are not responsible. There are tests they can perform on the bodies.
Gut. Ihre geflüchteten Wölfe sind keine Killer. Was soll's? Halten Sie nur Ihren Mund. Sie sind damit besser dran.
So, your escape wolves are not the killers. What's the problem?
Aber Herr Knight, er kam gestern Morgen zu meinem Büro. Er hat viele Fragen gestellt.
He says you've been asking a lot of questions.
Worüber?
About what?
Über die Wölfe.
About the wolves. Who are these men?
Just friend. I think there's more.
Was ist los, von Aigner? Ich muss mit jemand anderem reden.
He doesn't want to talk, says he has someone else to speak to.
Ich habe mir gedacht, wissen Sie etwas über Großbergs Tod?
Do you know anything about Großberg's death?
Wieso sollte ich?
Why the hell should I?
Nun, ganz einfach. Ich gab Ihnen seinen Namen.
I gave you his name.
Und?
And?
Herr Knight, frag mich, ob ich Großberg kenne.
He says you asked him if he knew Großberg.
Was?
I think I know what happens next.
You know, it would be a great tragedy if the Ritterline were to die out. A great, great tragedy. I'm not just talking about for the sake of our firm, but
I know what I'm doing, Harry.
Really? I doubt that. It seems that von Zell is starting to put the pieces together about Gabriel's lines of inquiry.
Well, I'm off. See you, Harry.
goodbye.
And I think it would probably be a good idea for our health if we informed the police of what we found. I'm sure that Kommissar Leber would be very interested in this tape. We might need to strategically skip some bits that implicate us, but anyway.
The American P.I.
Criminal Commissar Leber. I couldn't just call you KKL, could I?
Sit down.
How about KKK?
Not making friends there, Gabriel. That was an incredibly stupid thing to say. Way beyond your normal levels of insensitivity. Let's talk to him first. See if anything new happened.
What's the status on the case?
There's nothing new that I can share with you.
Is there anything new that you can't share with me?
Haven't you figured out yet that he has no sense of humor? This isn't Mosley you're talking to.
Okay, let's try this. You haven't found the zoo wolves yet.
No.
Have you caught anything yet?
No.
Why am I not surprised? Kind of a funny thing. I talked to Grossberg's assistant. It was a fluke, really. But she mentioned you guys took some of Grossberg's ledgers?
I told you to stay out of our business, Knight.
True, true. Why did you guys take ledgers if Grossberg was just a random victim?
As long as this case is open, I'm going by the book. That means a standard background check on the victim.
Find anything?
I don't think anyone's looked yet. We'll probably assign one of the younger men to do it. As you say, Grossberg was a random victim.
Did I say that?
Actually, what Gabriel said was that you said he was a random victim.
I don't suppose you'd let me take an eensy-weensy look at Grossberg's ledgers.
Absolutely not.
What if I could prove that Grossberg wasn't a random victim?
You're crazy.
Am I?
Look, if you have information, I want to know what it is now.
What information? Look, 5 minutes with the ledgers. If Grossberg was a random victim, my looking won't matter. And if not, I may be able to help you out. You got nothing to lose either way.
I don't believe you know anything. No papers.
Well, maybe he'll change his tune when we prove that we do, in fact, know something.
If I can convince you I do know something new about this case, will you let me see Grossberg's ledgers?
I'm listening.
Good. Keep it up.
Aber ich denke mir, dass die Polizei bereits weiß, dass unsere Wölfe nichts damit zu tun haben. Die können einen Test machen an den Körpern.
Gut. Ihre geflüchteten Wölfe sind keine Killer. Was soll's? Halten Sie nur Ihren Mund. Sie sind damit besser dran.
Aber Herr Knight, er kam gestern Morgen zu meinem Büro. Er hat viele Fragen gestellt.
Worüber?
Über die Wölfe.
Ich habe mir gedacht, wissen Sie etwas über Grossbergs Tod?
Wieso sollte ich?
Nun, ganz einfach. Ich gab Ihnen seinen Namen.
Und?
You were...
The ledgers first, please.
Starter, bringen Sie Grossbergs Papiere herein. Danke, Starter. Das ist alles. I'm going out for some coffee. You'd better have something important to tell me when I get back, Knight, or you'll learn more about Chairman law enforcement than you ever cared to know.
Well, let's hope there's something important in those ledgers. But I think we'll have to find out in the next video.